Hello, Bonita Bay Club members. I'm here once again with Hal Akins, our Director of Golf Course Operations. Man, let's talk about something great today, Hal, versus our last video. Let's talk about the Cypress grand opening, getting this 14-month project done with, and the excitement that's been building. And here it is. Tomorrow's the day. We're having the grand opening. I'm getting goosebumps. I just can't wait for this.
It's awesome to be here today, and get to this point. It's much more than 14 months. It's a long process. I think I look back, it started back when the strategic planning committee said we're going to rebuild 5 golf courses, and this is one of those 5, and then you get the Cypress planning committee together, and we start getting architects and engineers involved. It's been a lot more than 14 months in the making. To get to this point though is like super exciting, because this is what you work so hard for. And then I think when people come out and they see the quality of this golf course, the cleanliness, the eye appeal, I think people are gonna get really excited. And it's so good that we have an opportunity to be able to celebrate something like this.
Yes.
Amidst all the issues that we're dealing with from Ian. So, I think we're pretty fortunate to have this on the horizon and be able to do this and kind of refocus away from some of the things that, that we're going to have to deal with long term after Ian.
Yeah, just the past couple weeks since the hurricane's gone and what has happened out here, what Jeff and the entire crew have done out here, the definition has come in so well during these past 2 weeks, and it would have been there on the 14th and 15th as well. But obviously that took a lot of time away from getting that final definition. These greens are come in, they've grown in great. The surrounds, you can see the definition. And we got a whole drone video of all 18 holes. That's just a standalone video that's going to be attached to this for everybody to see them. And you can tell that this golf course is going to play firm and fast. It's dry. It's everything that it was kind of promised to be in all the developmental stages. Like you said, it wasn't just the 14 months. I guess I look at it was the 14 months that we were down a golf course. Yeah. The planning part was really fun. Yep. We managed last year. So Hal, tell the members a little bit, as we finalize and we're getting ready to open this thing tomorrow, a lot of the people that helped out, what are some of a couple of the key factors of this new golf course that we're about to start experiencing?
Well, we did have to delay the opening a couple weeks. I was talking with Jeff earlier. The 2 weeks prior to Ian, and then including the 6 inches of rain that we received during Ian, that was a total of about 25 inches on average out here.
Yeah.
So that's why, we were forced to kind of delay the opening, because we couldn't do those final little detail things. And I think we're better for that, because even though one of the things that we obviously tried to correct out here was the drainage.
Sure.
And it has been an amazing improvement. I was talking with one of our board members this morning, and I told her that it even surpassed my expectations as far as how dry it is now. We do have some wet spots, like very, very few small wet spots.
Like the size of a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That we're going to go back this spring, and we'll put a little bit more drainage in there. We know exactly where those are. But 99.9% of the golf course is amazingly dry, and
wouldn't have been cart path only at all summer. And that's one of the things that I tell people, and we said it's probably in every single one of our videos since the growing really got along, is I talk about, I was out there the other day or this morning or whatever, I drove right down the middle of every single fairway when Sable was all cart path only. And so we're going to take this and put it on Sable and redo that. So not kind of like dogging on Sable right now, but that's how Sable is just like Cypress used to be. And I wouldn't have imagined it. If you had told me when we talked about drying this place out, I didn't think that one of the wettest summers we've had on record, even like before Ian, it was trending towards the top 10 wettest summer ever. To just say we wouldn't have been cart path only, a couple of signs here and there, avoid this area, it's crazy.
It is amazing because it did get tested well. Yeah, no, I mean, they did well. I mean, yeah, I mean, that and we can, attribute that to our thank Tom Marzoff, who's our designer.
Sure.
He did a fabulous job of putting in local drainage around wet basins and things of that nature, elevating, getting the golf course. Because, the golf course has to have a certain look, but there are some engineering pieces to that you have to meld together with the aesthetics. And I think Mr. Marzoff did an awesome job.
Yeah, this is awesome. Just an awesome opening vista here, right when you get going.
But we also, our engineering firm, Grady Minor, and in particular Michael Herrera.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did a fantastic job. I mean, the guy is brilliant, and he said he could do it. And we were so accustomed to how wet it is out here. You're kind of like, well, I expect it to be better, but I didn't expect it to be that much better, right?
Yeah, once again, having the two separate crews working on the different nines. To remind everybody once again, this project was 60% bigger than Bay Island. 60% bigger when you think about that scope of work, which is incredible. And to take the kind of the same philosophy and attack with two crews on the different nines with Glaze Golf, and they did a great job. They're a great partner with us. They always treat us right. They're fair, and in particular, but you got to, Jeff and Andrew and the whole crew out here, the work they put in, especially after the construction crews left, everything that they've done.
I was thinking about this morning as kind of preparing to talk here. It's an amazing project, but it had an amazing team, of people that pulled it all together and got it done, from obviously Tom Marzoff and Fazio Design and our engineering company, Michael Herrera, but Glaze Golf did a fantastic job, just like they have done on the other courses that we've rebuilt. They've been great, like you said, great partners for us for over 20 years. So, these guys, they do their thing and then they're out of here, and then they kind of hand it off to Jeff Burgoyne and his staff. And those are the guys that have to bring this home and give you what you're going to play on going forward.
And they brought it home too, by the way. They brought it home, yeah.
This was not without challenges, I'll tell you. I mean,
we didn't just cruise in to tomorrow.
No, we've had several challenges along the way. Obviously, the hurricane being one of them, but those guys have had to overcome some things along the way, which is to be expected. But to get it to where it is today, and I just think they have done a phenomenal job. I can't say enough about those guys and how proud I am of the work that they do, here for us.
Well, of course, that's under your leadership, but some of those challenges was trying a different greens mix, the profile, having the champion Bermuda grass out in the low mow areas cut down, something that's you don't see in Florida.
Well,
you don't see it to this kind of scope, and to learn how that's going to work. The things that they're about to start is daily mowing, and we start running shotguns off a 1 in 10 tee. You got to practice for that. You can't say, okay, we open tomorrow, we're going to go out and try to get everything done before everybody goes out. You have to practice that. It takes skill, it takes time, it takes intelligence, and that's what they've been doing.
There's a big learning curve here, using this mix. We think long term it's going to be a great thing. Short term, it was challenging to get these greens and these surrounds drawn in. We learned a lot, in the process, as you can imagine.
That's the nice thing, is that while the staff and the grounds crew was really challenged, I know we talked about it a lot, nobody else is going to know if we hadn't told them.
No.
If we hadn't told them, nobody else would know, because how great this finished product is.
You to look at it today, we've come a long way in the last month.
Yeah.
Especially on these playing surfaces, But I tell you, come Saturday, these greens are going to be really good. They're probably not going to be as fast as they're going to be, but we feel like they're going to be 11-ish.
Yeah.
So they're going to be, and we were putting in some of the surrounds earlier to see what that experience is like, and those things are smooth just like greens. They're just a little bit higher.
Yeah, well,
So
That's what we've always said. I kind of explain to people, they're like, well, how is that going to play? So, well, I grew up on a muni course in late 80s, early 90s, and I think our surrounds are faster than those. So a lot of us, when we first started playing golf, that's kind of how the greens were that we played on. So that's about how they're running. They're running about an 8.
I think we'll stimp the surrounds and see what they are.
Sure
but they're
thing.
probably running 7 or 8.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
So,
well, this has been a heck of a project. It's taken a lot of time. It took a lot of people, a lot of devotion by, the board, Fred Fung, our general manager, and the membership as a whole for all the support. And, we went through the 4-course season last year and managed pretty well. And I think everybody's going to believe that it was worth it for this finished product that we're going to have out tomorrow. We want to just talk about Cypress today. Hal and I are going to come back next week, kind of give somewhat of a game plan, if you will, for what we're going to do at the West. We want to concentrate on kind of our new shiny jewel out here. But I do have one question for you, Hal. The grow-in beard, does it go the morning of the opening or after the opening?
7 o'clock tomorrow, coming off.
All right, so if you don't recognize Hal in person because of the videos, it's just because the beard's two weeks older than we planned it on.
Yep.
But like I said, we'll come back with a video next week about what we're gonna do at West. We got 18-hole standalone drone flyover attached to this as well. But just really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, we have to do more videos. We would have said we're signing off for quite a while now, but Hal, to you and Jeff, great job. I know that the golf staff and everybody, they've seen what you guys do. We appreciate it. We know the members are going to love this place, and it's all because of your hard work and dedication.
Yeah. EJ, you've been right there with us the whole way, man. You're a ton of help too. So
yeah. I go to some meetings and drive around in a cart.
Yeah,
you guys are the boots on the ground. So
you're doing more than that. But I'm just looking forward to getting it. I'm just so thankful that we have something like this to celebrate.
Yeah.
In such in times that are challenging.
Yep.
For sure.
All right. Well, once again, thank you to the membership, for actually allowing us to be a part of this great project. We know you're going to love this golf course. We look forward to a couple of the other future projects we have coming up, not necessarily the immediate ones that we have. So enjoy the Cypress golf course. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact myself or Hal at any time.
Take care.